Let's talk about straw man. No, not Burning Man. No, not Wicker Man. And not Come On Man. Welcome to The Logician, where we study logic. Logic is simply the technology of reasoning and thinking. Understanding and application of logic helps us to make sense of what is true and what is not. Each of us should be regular, lifelong students of logic to make us smarter, to communicate better, and to be better able to identify error in our lives and in the world. Keep reasoning. The straw man is the name of a logical fallacy. Some call it an informal fallacy. A fallacy is an argument which distracts us from the argument being considered. Fallacies sound attractive, even correct, persuasive, and true. But fallacies, like the straw man, do not hold up because they are something different than what is being argued right now. If you pay attention, you will see fallacies all over Twitter, Facebook, and the net. But back to the straw man, our fallacy for today. The straw man is an argument made of straw. It's not real, even though it appears so. If you're going fast or not looking closely, you may fall for the lead of the straw man argument. The straw man is an argument that seems similar to the argument being had but isn't. It's trying to engage in a totally different made-up argument while leaving the original argument behind. This can be done by taking a piece of the current argument, by exaggerating some or all of the current argument, or by outright lying about what the current argument is. Here are some examples. You're out on a date. Your date says, "I think I'm going to have the chicken instead of the steak." And you reply, "What do you have against steak?" Here the topic wasn't steak. The topic was about food choices and something someone preferred. If you follow the straw man argument, you will have a conversation instead about the merits of steak, instead of why your date prefers the chicken tonight. You're making a beef about steak. Here's another. Let's say I disagree with your science, arguing either that something is wrong with your premises or your methods or your conclusions. If you say to me, "Why are you against science?" you're engaging in the straw man fallacy. The argument turns into a devotion to science, into your devotion of science, instead of the other person's scientific methods. The formula for a straw man is as follows. Person A makes proposition X. Person B argues against a seemingly similar but different proposition Y. Person A then begins to argue over Y. Meanwhile, proposition X has disappeared totally from the discussion, and in many cases, person B will claim they refuted proposition X. Here's a final example. Do you remember the movie Basic Instinct from the 90s with Sharon Stone? Maybe not. The plot involved a woman author who was accused of murdering someone with an ice pick. Trouble was, she was an author. She wrote a book about someone murdering someone with an ice pick. When authorities asked her about her involvement with the ice pick murder, she replied, "If I had murdered someone with an ice pick, do you really think I would write a book about it?" Notice, she didn't answer the question whether she was involved in the murder or not. Can you think of more straw man examples from movies, TV, politics, or the internet? Leave them for others to see in the comments below. This is The Logician. Until next time, keep reasoning.